quick video ever. The only thing I wanted to share with you guys today is, okay, I've been sharing it a lot on YouTube and this other stuff. So today I want to try to make it at least a bit, like say, I can say easy for everyone. The only thing that most of the people, they miss when they are trading is, let's say something like this. You have this zone here. This zone, the one we have here, if market come and touch this zone like this, then market drop. Market touch, then market drop. Then market do something again like this, then market goes up. Then market break this area. So when you see market break this area, this line is the one that we call the SSR line. So when we have a zone like this, the only thing that I'm going to do, I'm just going to focus at this area. And what is going to make this zone become more valid for me is going to be, how is the market going to the upside? There is a type of PA, the one that I follow. Let's say market make a double top from there, then we run, we sell. Or what I can look again, let's say market creates something like strong resistance there, then we run, we sell again. This is what I'm going to look at. There is another thing that I'm going to look, is going to be something like this. This is the 3D. I look at this also. And there is the last one that I look, is going to be a compression. Who's calling me? Sorry, guys. 1 minute. Let me turn up. Can you give me like 5 minutes, please? I'm going to call you now. Okay, so sorry guys. So I'm going to look at the compression, the way market is going to the upside. And another point that I'm going to look is liquidity. Maybe market create just a high somewhere here. I'll wait for market to run this high and take it. This high, can it be maybe previous weekly high, daily, previous session high, can be monthly high, whatever you can call it. So I'm just gonna do that. And the most important things that I look at, let's say market is already create a candlestick like this, then market drop. So this is, let's say, my daily block example. This is my daily block. Then what I'm gonna do, I need to find out which zone is going to hold my price. How do I know where market is going to hold? Not because I have an open candlestick or 50% or this height, I believe market is going to sell from here, market is going to sell here, or market is going to sell here. No, it's not like that. So I need to find out something. That things I need to find out is this one. That is the one I need to find out, either here or here. Then I'm going to look at this area to be my zone where I'm going to sell or I'm going to buy in case of when market want to buy. This is what I'm going to look. Any place where I find something like this, I have to go to the low time frame now for me to be able to understand what was happening here, or what was happening here, or what was happening here. So all this is my decision point, but I need to find something like this. This is what you see most of the time. I says I'm looking for the manipulation inside the zone. So as long as I find that manipulation, that's the one that is going to be inside, that is the one that is going to help me to be able to take the trade. And for guys that are joining a bit late, I'll make sure I post this video because I'm recording for you. Let's say example, I'm gonna come for the buy of yesterday when I shared this buy yesterday. Remember guys, I sent something like this yesterday. This was all my zone yesterday. What makes this zone become more valid for me? The only thing that makes this zone become valid was because I see market at all this low here. You see all this low. None of this low touch the market to the downside here. All of them were just coming and go up, come and go up. But only this one was the one just dropped to the downside to come and mitigate this area. But how do I know market is going to sell? Let's say market is going to buy from this area. Either market is going to buy from the open 50%, or market is going to seek for this rejection block. So the only thing that I'm going to do right now, let me just cut somewhere here so that I can show you how we are going to refine. This is our decision point, the one we found. This one is our decision point. Then if we go to M15, If we go to M15, the only thing that we want to try to understand in all this zone, the one that we found, is where is the most significant area that is going to hold price inside all this zone. Remember, we have H3, that is the point of interest. Now we want to try to understand with precision where market is going to do what market is going to buy. So this is all the break of structure. We have the minor here, and market took out this low. So the only thing that you need to understand in all this point of interest is, where is the last candlestick that ran liquidity? Liquidity is what? This Asian range, that was the liquidity for this day. The candlestick that creates all the manipulation is this candlestick. You see this black one. It's the one that creates a manipulation. We can either move, let's say, to M30 so that we can see it properly. Then you understand this candlestick was the one candlestick that did the manipulation. Then at the same time, when I see this candlestick like this, I see we have this low. You see this low. Those rejection, the one that are there. If you want, you can refine all your entry from this area, because you understand already this is the candlestick that create the manipulation. Let's say we have something like this. Market goes to the up, create this low, then market come and break, then market goes up. So I'm going to focus and try to see inside this zone, where is the candlestick that created this manipulation? Or if there is something that is going to be here, the only thing that is going to make this zone become valid is only when market do something like this. We create this low, then we run it. That is the one that I'm going to focus before I take my trade. If we have all this, let's say, refinement, whatever we have, then we can go to our time frame for us to be able to do it, to take the trade. Now, let me remove all this stuff again so that you guys can see. You see how market get there. Market just stop and start going. The only thing that I made, because I had a big zone, I did not refine like the way I'm refining right now, and I was not even in the mood of trading. So I saw market is already going to the upside. Then I end up seeing the same logic again from this area. All this candlestick was the one that manipulates the market, because I end up missing the snipe entry. So I took the entry thing somewhere there. This is what I did. So I saw what market was coming to do from that area. You see, market come, you can check here. This is our zone. I've already teach you guys about all this stuff. How do you take the trade? Let me delete these things. You can see this is your decision point. Where market type, you keep on doubting, how am I going to take the entry? This is something that is so simple. Liquidity taken, we break all this eye, we create this inducement, we come and fill the inefficient price, the one that was there. This one could be the perfect entry, the one we call a low risk buy. Because when you are buying from here, you know already your stop loss is going to be on this low, because this is the safest place where you're going to put your stop loss. Then me, where I went and take my trade was here, because I miss a snap entry. I miss again this entry. When I see market run all this area, I understand market left an order somewhere here. That is what I did. So I took my entry from here without having any fear or whatever, because I know market is already mitigating higher time frame point of interest. The only thing that you are doing right now is flying. You can miss an entry, you can miss a snap entry, you can miss, let's say, a reduced risk entry, but there is an entry, what we call a continuation. I teach you guys about these things. You have your decision point is here, market come, create whatever it want to break, goes to the upside, the return, you take the entry here. What is the next level that you're going to take the entry? It's going to be this area. When market break this area, we come down, then you take another entry here. So let's say if you have entry here, you have entry here, and you have another entry. This is why sometimes you're going to see I have 3 entries. This is what I do. So I know normally this is going to be my risk entry. I have to take a low risk entry, and I need to take a continuation risk again. So I take another trade that is a continuation trade for me to be able to go to the asset. But where is the target? This is the most important things that you need to understand, because there is people that they are taking trades without knowing where they're going to exit. Sometimes they're holding a trade, then markets come back again and kick them again out. So if I'm selling, let's say I'm buying from here, my first target, because this is a small range. My first target is gonna be this one. I'm gonna target all this eye, the one market has been living in between, because all those things, they're gonna be liquidity. This was my higher time frame target, the one I was targeting. I said to myself, because this one was the New York Open, like so since we are buying from here, then I'm going to target this area. This is what I was targeting. Then when market gets up, we break that one. I was happy. I see market is already break that things. Then I decide, you know what? Let me just hold my trade and see what is going to happen next. Because I know at night there is no enough liquidity that is going to push more the market to the downside. This is why I hold. How was I able to take this trade? In my broker, I think let me delete all this shit here so that you guys can see. Oh, let me do something like this. So, okay. Why is it not doing what I want? Okay. So if you check here on this zone, I remember I sent these things, market was somewhere here. This is what I did. So the only thing that I did on this zone was just this. I went.
My top South Africa traders.
Okay, guys, can you keep quiet? Let me talk a bit. We're gonna talk after that. So what I did inside my broker, this candlestick, it starts until this area. This is why you see find that zone. It stop until this area. It stop until this area. This is inside my broker. I was looking at. This is why you see me. I refine this zone like this. So when I see something like this, market is already refined from here. This is what I identify as my zone where I'm going to sell before I send you guys. This is what I was doing. So when I found a zone like this, the only thing that is going to happen to me, I was saying, let me go to the low time frame. Remember, guys, what I told you, inside this zone, the only thing that I want to see, I explained for people that they've been here before. I said, when I have a line like this, I want to see how market was coming back to this line. That is going to be the most important things. Market touch this resistance, it become a support. Then we break. So I have to look for a decision point. The one is going to be somewhere here. This is why I'm going to sell. This is what I explained to you guys. And another thing that I'm going to wait is if market create a liquidity, then we have to run that liquidity and we go to the side. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at, and this is what happened here when I share the chart. So when I look, is all this area is my daily time frame candlestick, my daily time frame point of interest. So what makes this zone become more valid? The only thing that I look at first is the market break structure, and market take any significant low. Yes, we take the significant low. So if market took the significant low, what is all this? All this become liquidity. Let's say if you don't know about this liquidity, you just look. This one, this eye here was the yesterday eye, this one. So after market ran the yesterday eye, the only thing that is gonna make me sell is any decision point that is above my previous daily eye. That is gonna be my point of interest that I'm going to use for me to sell. This is why you see, guys, I end up refining this zone to be all my zone for me to be able to do what? To sell. You can even ask yourself, no, there is no decision point to whatever. No, I just look, how was the market playing around this line? If you go to daily, you will see that is the open candlestick on a daily, the one we call order block. Then when I shift to the low time frame, I end up understanding how market was playing. Then I see this area supposed to be the zone for people that they trade, let's say supply and demand and whatever. This area is supposed to be the level where market is supposed to do something like this and buy. Let me show you. And buy. Why? Because we have this. What do you call this one? If you see this one is very high, you can see we have this, we have this, we have this, and we have this. The one you guys call QML. So market's supposed to come here and start buying and go to the upside. Then markets break. Then we have the FTR, that failure to return to this area. All this is the signal to show that this market is going to do what? Is gonna sell. So when I see something like this, then I decide, you know what? This is gonna be my zone where I'm going to do what? I'm going to sell. And this is why you see, I told you guys, you must sell from that area. Not because I just identify a zone blindly, no, because there is a story behind what I was looking in the market. I found my SSR line where market was coming and play. Then we get from there, we shoot down. There was nothing that is going to, how can I say, to complicate my life, try to understand the things that are not even there. And what I'm looking right now in terms of if market can drop, because since I have this low taken, we break this eye. So I'm gonna look for something like here. This is what I'm going to look. First level is gonna be this one. Why? Because market took out this low with the Asian range, and this area here, it's become like a swipe zone, the one we call a swipe zone, same as here. Swipe zone, and here I have another swipe. So this is gonna be the first place I'm going to monitor. If market is gonna come and give me maybe a reaction, we go to the upside. If we are going to react here, maybe London, New York, when New York is going to happen. If we come to the downside again, this is gonna be the area that I'm going to focus more. I'm gonna focus there because if you go to M15, you're gonna see what I mean by that. So I'm gonna focus from here. I'm not gonna take it from here. I know it's below the Asian range, but I don't trust it. So I will trust only if market can come to the downside, align with this area. This is where I'm going to trust. If I'm gonna take it from there, then I'll take there. So I just don't trade because I need to place a trade where I have to place. So I always have a story behind whatever I'm doing and what I'm doing, guys. Even on, I think, gold, I did the same thing in the morning on gold. If you guys remember, I shared the chart when market was here. What was the decision point? The decision point was on M30. That is what I did. After I saw market come and mitigate something here, I don't even care what market mitigate here. But the only thing that I understand was, okay, market mitigate this area, then buy. Did the market break any significant area? Yes, market break any significant area. This is what you're gonna see here. So what I saw here was market break this one. You see, we break that one. This was my buy, and we took liquidity here. So we go to the upside. Where is the liquidity? This block is act as a liquidity. This area is act as a liquidity. All of them, they are inside this M30 decision point. Okay, this guy is asking me about these things. No, this is the Asian range stuff. There is nothing there. It's Asian range and volume. Jarvis, the one knows volume properly. Me, I just put it to see the divergence sometimes, but me, I don't use volume a lot. I just use it maybe for divergence to understand if it's supporting the movement or not. Then I'm done from there. Jarvis, the one who goes like, you see a candlestick, you tell you this candlestick, the way it is, market is not gonna buy. You know them, they have diploma in these things. So guys, I think I'm done. This is how I trade. This is what I wanted to show, to share with you guys, like a quick video, like 10 minutes, I'm sure. I don't know if you guys have a question and whatever you wanna ask me. I'm just here, but not so many questions, guys. Huh? You can meet yourself if you want to ask me a question. I'm here. Yeah, I'll try to see maybe like by like every single day, maybe Sunday or somewhere there. Then I'll try to have a Zoom session with you guys and try to, let's say maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes where we talk. But also another thing that I'm going to tell you, like what I was thinking was because of the way YouTube proposed to me about the, what do you call, this support stuff for the YouTube channel. Then I'm thinking maybe when I'm ready, I'll do that because I've already even recorded part of the video of the people that they're going to support that one. So they're going to have their own group where maybe every week I'm going to start posting video, maybe 2, like where I explain in details, like what is the reason, let's say example, why did the markets come here down, you know, those kind of stuff. So I'm just going to go in details, what you have to wait and this kind of stuff. But the only thing I don't want is to have student. I'm sorry for that. Student with me, we don't get along. Because the only thing that when I explain something and someone doesn't do like the way I said, then me, I got angry. So this is why I'm trying to avoid that things of a student. And also it's very stressing. But if I have people, let's say people that they support my work, they support the YouTube channel, I can make sure I provide whatever it takes for them. That is the only thing. That is the only thing that maybe me, I can do. Let's say, let me show you guys one example of one of the video I think I record. What is that video? Let me see this video.
Hello, guys. Today, I just want to talk about the refinement. How do you refine your zone? I've already made a video.
Let me show you guys.
The way I look from micro zone to micro zone.
You see, example, this video. I haven't posted it on YouTube.
Too.
So at least today I try to, you know, so it's gonna be part of the YouTube, but it's gonna be in the private link, you know, those kind of stuff. So it's also there, whatever. Yeah, it is what it is, guys. We're gonna meet there. Any other question, guys? Jarvi, where is Jarvi? I think he left. I'm not sure if he's still here. Yeah, he's there. Bro, unmute yourself and talk. Yo.
Yeah, hello, boss. How are you? Yeah, I was just watching gold right now.
Okay.
I just saw global setup on 3-minute time frame. So
3
I'm
minutes?
looking for 3 drive pattern. Yeah.
To sell or what?
Yeah, I'm looking for sell, but there is no confirmation yet because I'm looking for 3 drive pattern to form.
Okay. Yeah. But I always believe, let me show you something. I was believing these things maybe has to come to the upside somewhere here. Like, let's say.
Yeah, possible because we are still in a recent range high.
Yeah, so this is what I'm thinking, you know, like this area here. Like if we run this eye, then from here we get the reaction of sell. Because it's stuck here a lot. I don't know why it's not moving. But since us we trade, you know, we trade this stuff of range stuff. You know already, you create your range and you take your trade. Like the one you call structure in between structure. So you know already, okay, we already break here, then let me take a sell and let me take a buy here. That is it, man.
Yeah, very true.
So as long as, and my TP get it. Yo, this trader, it took time before it get here. Since morning, I'm waiting for it. Just you know, we don't.
US 30 was amazing.
Huh?
US 30 trade was really amazing.
USA 30 man was amazing. This trade, let me see how many piece. Because you know me, like the way, I don't know, I talked to you last time. I don't trade so many pips, let's say in terms of my stuff I look at. USA 30, at least I need 250 pips. So for scalping, so let's say if I get 250 pips, it's gonna be, maybe let's say somewhere here. If market can drop until this area, on my scalping account, I'm done. If we just come here, I'm done. Or if market start buying from here, since I'm selling here, I'm going to close this buy, this sell. Then I'm going to scalp another buy from here. If I hit my 250 pips a day in USA 30, I'm done. In gold, I don't look for so many pips. In gold, I just look only 50 and 100 pips. If I can get 50 pips, I'm fine. If I can get 100, I'm fine. Remember me, I use my lot size because I believe it's not because you can get just so many pips that you're going to make a lot of money. No, it's not like that. It depends on what lot size that you are using for you to be able to make the money that you want. This is what I believe. My 50 pips, let's say example on gold, let's say this 50 pips, there is another person who would maybe take this 50 pips here, let's say with 0.01, another one with 0.10, another one with 1 lot, 10 lot. It depends on how you believe. What is that you believe for you to be able to understand that, okay, this 50 pips can be my day. Imagine 10 lot of these 50 pips. 10 lots. We are talking about $50,000. Let me show you guys something. Let me show you guys something.
You are saying $15,000 in a very easy way.
Let me show you guys something. I think this guy is Abby. No, let me show Yakubu. I'm just gonna show you guys something that yourself you're gonna try to understand what I hope you guys are seeing this screen.
Yeah, we can see.
Okay, this is what I call the trading plan. You have your trading plan. You understand what you are coming to do in the market every single day. Believe me, it only takes like maybe 10 days or 20 days to change your life when you are trading. But as long as your psychology is good, your mindset is okay, you know what you're coming to do in the markets, and believe me, you can make this money without even any issue. This is 500 points. 500 points, it means you need 50 pips. Imagine opening 20 lots of 50 pips. Do you see how much it is? Now imagine if you open 100 lots of 50 pips, we are talking about 50,000. And that 50,000 is not because today gold take times, but if you take gold at the right time, let's say on London, the New York Open, you can make this 50 pips in a small movement. Maybe 15 minutes, you are done with it already. You are done for the day. It doesn't require you to hold the trade, let's say, for so long for you maybe to be able to make this money. The only thing that it requires you to understand, I'm opening these things, then I'm targeting 50 pips. My 50 pips can provide me with 0.10, it can give me $50. With, let's say, 1.4 lot, it can give me $700. With 2 lots, it can give me $1,000, just 50 pips. So it always requires you as a trader, please create something that you are going to follow daily. When I talk about scalping, I mean this. That is what I mean. When I talk about, okay, I'm scalping, I'm doing this, I mean this. Beyond the scenes that we are following. So I mean this. It just requires you to be able to sit and tell yourself, like, today, I'm creating a plan, and that plan, I need to follow it. This one, you can do something like this, and let's say you say you're gonna start risking 15 pips, and you're targeting 50 pips like every single day. Jarvis shared to me something that was very important of one of the guy. That guy is trading only 25 pips a week. Sorry, 75 pips a week. He's only taking 3 trades in a week. And those 3 trades he's taking, all the trades, they have only 25 pips. Imagine you as a trader. Can you miss to get 25 pips? You won't miss. The only thing that people, they are failing today is because they want to make a lot of money. They want to copy, maybe because Jarvis is doing swing trade. You don't understand what is his confidence on, why he's doing that. You want to try to copy something that you're not comfortable with. You know, doing swing trades, me, I was not doing that. I start doing it right now. I'm just start trading it right now because I want to try to build more about my psychology. You know, trading with this plan like this, it's also bad in a case where you can close a movement that maybe can give you 1,000 pips. How do you avoid that? No, you need to have 2 accounts. One account is where you take the same trades, but you hold from supplier to demand or demand to supplier. That is what you do. And another one is the one that you tell yourself, I'm going to make maybe 100 pips a day. That account, the scalping account, you need to make that 100 pips a day. Then when you make your 100 pips a day, you are happy with that. And this is why you see, guys, me, I trade this thing that they move fast. Why? Because I know I can get 100 pips easily. I can get 200 pips easily when I'm trading USD. I cannot sit and wait for you Euro USD to do the shit that is doing maybe scalping, like moving like a snake until we get to 200 pips. No, I need something where I come to the market, I just take it and I'm done. This is just my advice to you guys. The only thing that you need is, how do you take your trade? How do you understand how you take your trade? That is the only thing. Even if you can check all these things, you see this, the stuff I was explaining to you guys. The first entry is this one. We break the measure one, we come and trade inside the breaker. You are done. You have entry here and you have entry here. You are done. It's happened again this morning. USA NASDAQ. We ran the previous day high. If you want, you can use these things of Michael. He teaches for free on YouTube. But what I did from there, I think was on M1. This is what happened on M1. When people, they are waiting for the big break of structure, me, I found my break of structure here. That is what I found. Then we break this one. We come Mera, the one for Mansouri. We take it from there and we go down. We are done. Nothing complicated, guys. So I hope the meeting is going to end in 8 minutes. Who else want to talk before the meeting ends? Kevin, I see you are quiet, man. I was in Zambia, run away from me.
No, my brother, I didn't run away from you. You know, I was out. I was in the bush.
I know, man,
Hey,
you have been praying, man. I know, I remember.
yeah, yeah.
I like the chat
Otherwise,
you shared yesterday. I was like very, I forgot even to comment.
yeah.
You even reminded me about supply and demand, man.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Those things are coming from you. Remember those
Yeah.
days? Yeah, actually, you've really built my eyes. At least my eyes are open. I'm able to see whenever I look at your chart and I see.
Yeah.
I just have to sit down and at least do something similar to what you are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise, thank you so much. This stuff is very powerful, especially on the entries. You know, the game is on the entries.
Yeah,
Not
the game
even
is on
these
the entry.
other.
Entry is the one that matter.
Yeah, this is why I see you even jumping into a trade with a huge lot size because you know the entries we're making, you know.
Yeah. I just have only
Yeah,
one
now,
thing,
you know,
man. Only one thing, one entry. I see where markets run liquidity. Markets run liquidity and create that manipulation. When it's come back to that zone, I know this candlestick is going to hold. That is what I look. Even this one, you can see, okay,
yeah.
the market is sell because of this, but market did not sell because of this. Market sold because of this candlestick, the one we have. That is why
Yes,
market
the
sold it.
breaker.
You see, we have this demand area, market refused to respect. Then market. So if you check, the only thing that you need to understand, let's say we go to higher time frame. If we go to higher time frame, try and understand. You can see all these candlesticks. Let me go maybe to M5. I think we can see something proper. Yes, all these candlesticks start from here until the top. This is where they create that manipulation. The manipulation starts here because they run the previous daily high. Then this is the zone where you need to come and refine your zone, because that is where most of the things happen. Then you can try, you try to understand what was happening there until you go to let's say M1 and whatever. This one you understand, like, okay, inside M1, I have these people they call break and whatever. But here, why is the markets come back to this zone? Because this is where markets are supposed to buy. You need to understand this manipulation stuff. Here they're supposed to buy because it's a demand area. Since we break this demand area, check the momentum the way they break, only been selling. You know, already there is enough money there for them to come back. This is what they did, come back there. This is what I look at. I don't look for so many stuff. I just look inside what was happening there. Then from there, I react to the market. Just one entry type, and it's making sense. La. And check these things the way it's dropping. So many pips, guys. We are talking about 100. Imagine if your daily target is like 100. Almost 94. Here you're just gonna look for 4 pips, 6 pips. Now guess this one. If you open 1 lot, 10 lot, you are done for the day. Your life change.
Yeah.
Shak Hassan, you says you have a question for USA 30. Okay, ask, man.
Hey, Gate, how you doing, man?
I'm
Are you
good.
right?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Okay. The zone that you drew for USA 30, I also drew that zone. It was giving me headaches, and I only saw this morning why I didn't see that the trade on the left-hand side, the 3-hour zone that you drew. Now, yesterday it was giving me headaches because I was over refining it the whole time, and it wasn't working. And then this morning I saw the fair value gap beneath. I went to M15 and there was an order block on the 17th of March. So there's an order block there that reacted off. So I knew now that there was liquidity underneath there. All the sell stops are underneath there. And I actually drew that zone, but I don't know if that would then be valid in terms of analysis wise. There was on M15
this,
that zone.
H3?
Yeah, the H3 zone. Yeah. Then I went on to M15 within that H3 on the 17th.
Yes.
Now underneath there was an order block there that had actually reacted off, but as soon as I saw obviously how it was reacting, I saw on the M15 that there was underneath, I knew that there was liquidity and there was actually a fair value gap beneath it. So I don't know, in terms of analysis, would that be right? Because I went back to the chart and it actually tagged me in with 1 pip into the fair value gap.
Yeah. Remember what I was saying on the beginning. The most important things that you need to understand is not this candlestick, is not this one, is this last candlestick. Do you see this last candlestick? As long as market haven't checked this area, this candlestick still valid. Why still valid? Because it is the cause of this manipulation where they run this liquidity. Now, if you wanna refine to understand where market is gonna take you in, I understand inside this candlestick, there is something people they call proportion block and whatever. This other block, another other block trade on it. But me, I look as how is the market playing from the zone? Because people that they trade, let's say those rejection and whatever, proportion block, maybe they'll look for market to buy from here. This is what they'll look. But the most important thing is like if I refine my stuff, I want to find out where is the most important stuff for me to be able to do it, to catch my movement. Sometimes I don't refine a lot, as you guys knows the way I trade. I do these things of saying, where is the micro and micro zone, you know, those kind of stuff. Even this one, the one that we see here, was more important because if you take an entry here, remember, this is the last area where you can see these things here. Let me do something. Okay, 1 minute is still enough before.
Person block or whatever.
The one, maybe if you remember the WW, they teach about these things. This is what they consider more as the order block, not this one, whatever. They consider this area as the order block because this is why we have a strong momentum of going to the upside. But what makes this zone become more valid is just liquidity, the one that they left here. And if you are buying from here, remember your stop loss, the safest place is this one. Don't do this shit of saying, I'm going to put 2 pips here. This is and this is. I'm going to kick you out and go away again. I don't do that. I play safe with my account. I know even if it takes me 30 pips to put here, I'll put it here. It doesn't matter. I don't try to come and show like I take maybe 2 pips or I'm making 1 to 100. No, it doesn't matter to me 1 to 100. As long as I'm making money to 1 to 1, I'm fine with that. And the most powerful time frame I use is this one. M3, M5, they're very powerful to me. Like in terms of entries, I love them. Believe me, guys, I love them a lot. And if you can check here, you guys knows about this footprint stuff. I explained to you guys, you know, I have this one, then my entry always be from the open to 50%, open market reacts, then it is what it is, guys. So don't over-refine a lot, please.
I got a question in terms of, because the way you draw that zone and then you see how it reacts at that zone. Now, obviously, because of you, I watch a lot of Mark Douglas videos, a lot of psychology videos and everything, right? But do you always take confirmation or do you sometimes take risk, or is it just about
No, me, I'm the risk trader. I take most of my trade, they are risk trade. Then after I take a risk one, then I start looking